Greetings once again, fellow girls, guys, and gaming fans. This is Small Archangel. Welcome back to 7 Days to Die Alpha 14. I've just realised I still haven't finished the ceiling in here, but that is something I will do off camera for this episode. Really, I just wanted to get the base sorted. It won't actually take that much to finish this ceiling off. I just have to remember to do it, really. It's going to look good when it's done. But for this episode, and I know I said previously I wasn't going to do this on camera, but I've decided, what the heck, we're going to do this. I'll have to do some editing while I run around like a headless chicken and sort of make the blocks and all the rest of it. And we're probably not going to get it all done in this episode either, but this is our living quarters. You can see that I've done the donkey work, that is to say I've mined all this lot out, and I've also lined it out with reinforced concrete as well, although I haven't done the ceiling. There's a pretty good reason for that. I'm not sure if this is quite high enough yet, and it's certainly not going to be high enough in this area here, because this is actually going to be a little upstairs mezzanine bit, which is where we're going to put our sleeping quarters. That's my plan anyway. I'm not sure if this is going to be quite the right size, but we shall see. I'm not going to want to put too much up there, just like, like a bed. It's our spawn point. So it's obviously going to have to be higher than that. So the whole ceiling probably is going to have to be a few blocks higher than that. But I don't want it to go too high, because I don't obviously want it to be... it is underneath our pyramid, so, you know, it's not like it's going to be... easy for the Zeds to dig us out or anything, so and this isn't where we're going to be producing any heat to attract them either, so it should be good. I'd prefer that if it was, you know, further below ground, but there you go. I've got an idea for designing here, and we're gonna pursue it. But the first thing I want to do, you can see how I've put the wooden frames. This is basically where the walls are going to be, so we're not just going to have reinforced concrete blocks around the outside, and the wood frames are just marking the place out at the moment. And I'll take these pillars out when I'm confident that the whole lot's not gonna come down. I don't think it should, but just in case, because we have got the weight of the pyramid on top of us as well, of course, so I don't want to take any risks. So the first thing we're going to do then should probably be the walls. Hopefully we've got the resources to do this, because once we've put the walls in place, then we know where we're going to be with the rest of it. Yeah, okay, I've got myself slightly twisted in the wrong direction there. I keep thinking I've come out there, and of course I have not. Right, we're going to need some clay, and I've got quite a bit of clay. I don't know how quite much we're going to need, and we need to go into our storage, because we also need stone. Now, we're not lacking stone. We've got absolute tons of the stuff. And then we need sand, and we've actually got tons of that as well, thanks to our concrete mixer there. And we want to make adobe. Now, I want to make some white, and I want to make some peach adobe. I can make 166 with that, so we're going to need to make quite a bit. Let's just see if we can get another stack of... Oh, look, we've got some clay in there as well, which is magic. We'll get some more materials. And oh, I'm not quite sure that's what I meant to do. Okay, and we'll make this... Hello? I missed. We'll make this here as well. So we'll make some peach blocks as well, and I'll just whack that through there. There we go, and we get that. We'll get that crafting. And then the other thing we're going to need, and we may as well do this at the same time because it's going to take a little doing, we're going to need some pavers. So let's see, what are we going to need here? We're going to need stone, and there's none in there, which is terrific. Oh, that's because it's the wrong forge. Hello. Do I even know what I'm doing? Not really. Okay, so let's see. Can we make any of these? No, because we haven't got... What do we not have? We don't have any clay in that one. Is there one we've got some clay in? No, there is not. Alright, so we're going to have to put some clay in there as well. Alright, let's get some clay from here. This is kind of what the clay is meant to be for. There we go. And we'll stick... How much stone is in this one? 1,500. Okay, this one's got loads of stone. So let's take that out. Just put it in there, actually. And then put the clay in there, and then we'll turn it on, smelt some clay down in there, and then we want to make some pavers, but we're going to have to leave that for the time being. Let's see how our adobe's doing in here. Okay, this is going to take a little while. Okay, the other blocks we're going to need, I want some red wood, so we're going to make some wood. I've been collecting, wow, have I really got that many chrysanthemums? Wow, that's pretty impressive actually. I've been collecting them for quite a while. Oh, they're different, maple and spruce, but they look the same. Okay, fine. And we need some wood. Now, we've got plenty of wood in here. I'd have even more if I actually, collected some more from our tree farm, which is going mad outside. But for the moment, we're probably fine with this. Let's just see if we can get some redwood blocks. How many of those can we make? 68. Let's do that. Actually, let's just cancel that and see if we can make them in here. Redwood blocks. There we go, and then we're going to be able to make some. I've made 69 of those. So we've probably made about as many of those adobe blocks as we're going to be able to. How many of these have we got? We've got 106. Okay, well, let's just take the ones we have for the moment. By the way, folks, I've updated today to Windows 10, so who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, quite frankly. Alright, you can see I've divided this into roughly kind of 2 halves, and let's just get the level of the floor is obviously going to be, where I'm standing now, as opposed to on the bedrock, so we have to bear that in mind as well. So what I want to do, I think I want to just, oh blast, that's not quite what I meant. I had to do that wrong, didn't I? Okay, well, much as I hate to do this, that's not part of my design plan. Shame, but at least we get some of our materials back. And then I think I'd kind of like to draw a line around that outside like this. There we go, we've gone all the way around. Oh, blimmin' heck, I can't see with these frames. There we are. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll sort of define the corners with some red as well. I'm not sure. I haven't decided. Or maybe the rest should all be white. I don't know. Let's see what it looks like. Let's just start with this wall here. And as I say, I'm not absolutely sure how... This is kind of can't reach. There we go. Not absolutely sure how far we want the white to extend. Kind of there, like that. That looks kind of nice, actually. Okay, so I've decided what I'm going to do, actually. I do quite like the idea of having this sort of area divided up a little bit with the red. So I think I'm going to do that, and I think we might just put red in the corners here as well. I say red, it ain't very red. It's peach adobe, of course. But I think that might look quite nice. As I say, that ceiling is going to be higher than this as well, so we're going to have more white than we can see at the moment. As you can see, we have plenty of adobe actually, and made enough to do the whole of the room in here. Sort of divided it up a little bit into sections, which I think looks quite nice. It's got dark in the interim, so obviously we can't see very well in here, even with my head torch on. And obviously we're going to need a bit more adobe as well, because it's going to have to extend upwards to the ceiling, which is going to be, I don't know, 2 or 3 blocks higher than this at least. So I'm going to need some more of that, but I've got a little bit left over, and we've certainly got the materials to make more of that. What we haven't got, probably, is enough of the materials that we need to make the flooring. So we're going to need most of this area to be covered in red wood blocks, and as you can see, all I've managed to craft so far is 68. I think the recipe for redwood, let me just have a look, there we go, is, yeah, we need 1 chrysanthemum and 15 lots of wood, and I think that only makes 1 redwood block. So, yeah, I've only literally been able to make as many blocks of redwood as I had chrysanthemums, so I'm going to have to go on a bit of a chrysanthemum hunt, but I'm going to have to do that off camera, I think, because it's not going to be the most gripping episode ever. So I'm just crafting some pavers in the forge now, and I hope we've got some ready to use. Let's see, we've got 45 and we're still crafting some. 46, there we go. But we may as well make a start. Here we are. Now our pavers are going to be here. I think I'm just going to leave these wood blocks. I think they'll be absolutely fine, just left the way they are, because nobody's going to see them, and there's no point in wasting materials putting anything else there. So let me just mark this out. Basically our that one there. So basically in line with this kind of temporary stone pillar that we've got here. And that area there, really, including that bit there. So we'll just mark this off with them, and we may have enough of them already. Probably not quite, actually, but almost, probably. So let's see. And I think this is going to be a large enough area. This is obviously going to be our kitchen area, hence the kind of floor tiles. I mean, it's more like patio maybe with blocks like this, but it's kind of the nearest we can actually make. So we can't really craft, and that's enough, isn't it? We can't really craft any. Hello, what just happened? We can't really craft any more sort of tile-like blocks. Let's see. I'm going to stop that actually and turn that off, and we've got these. They're a bit weak pavers, so you never know, we might need those again. I might need some more of those because I might accidentally smash some, you know, drop a dish on the floor. That would probably do away with our pavers. The other thing that we might do, we might extend this area forwards a block, and that goes for upstairs and downstairs, but I want them to be about the same width as each other. So now we've got the walls in place, of course we can see the dimensions of this room, and yeah, we might well want to make the kitchen a tad deeper because we are going to put some cabinets in there. In fact, let's do that now. We'll do the same thing with the floor above. There we go. Does that look more like what we want? It probably does, and in which case this pillar here, for it will be a pillar, will probably go sort of a step forward from that as well. And in some ways it's a shame because it means that we're using up more than half of the space in here, so it's not going to be perfectly symmetrical. But I'm not sure I'm too bothered about that. I can change the position of the pillar anyway. I can put two in, one at either end, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's see how we do with these wood blocks here. So we're going to place these in here. And as I say, given we can't make any carpet or any rugs or anything like that, I mean, I really think, you know, if we want to kill a few bears, we should have the option of making ourselves a nice bearskin rug or something, but not so far, we don't. And we're going to place these bits of flooring in there as well. I might just put concrete in there, actually, I don't know. And then the whole of this area is going to be wood as well, so apart possibly from this bit here, because actually I want to put a fireplace there, so we won't put any wood blocks there for the time being. Let's just place them as many as we can here. And then yeah, I'm going to have to find some more chrysanthemums to be able to make some more of this. Oh, bloomin', you see, I've got lag, and the lag did that, and I have been having problems with, but upgrade to Windows 10 is only the first in, you know, what I'm going to be doing with this ailing PC. I've got a new GPU on order, so I'm going to be putting that in as soon as possible, and a new tower, which is hopefully going to give us better cooling. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we're going to get better performance after that, because all my other components should be pretty good. Alright, so actually we're probably not going to need too many more of these blocks, so we're probably not going to need too many more croissants, which I'm pleased about. Except that we are going to need them for upstairs also, so I think we will put them here up too. Oh no, you see, that's not absolutely in the middle anyway, is it? Evidently it's not, so actually perhaps this is going to be in the centre. Ah no, we've got 2 blocks in the centre, that's why that is. Okay, and at the moment I might just leave that as it is, because I'm not quite sure how big our fireplace area is going to be. Let's just be brave here and see if we can do that without the whole ceiling collapsing on us. Let's certainly hope so. There we go, so far so good. There we are. And we'll see if we can do that on the other one. Although I'm going to have to take out the wrong block first, aren't I? Okay, so I think we can probably take those out now, like great big weird stalactites hanging down from my cave. And then, yeah, we're going to need redwood here as well. We're going to need sort of redwood pillars to hold this up. Or maybe I'll use adobe, actually. I think I'll use adobe, but we're going to need redwood for the floor above, so I'm going to have to find some more. And then we need stairs here. I'm going to make redwood stairs as well. And then we're going to need... Do we need redwood to make cabinets? Because I'm not going to do that this episode, obviously, but we're going to need to make some cabinets, so... Cabinet top. Okay, and we make that just have wood. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty easy. We can do that, no problem. So there you go. That just kind of gives us a bit of a flavour of what we're going to do here. Let's just see if we can make... Because I do have the materials to make adobe. Plenty of adobe stuff. I'm just going to take these stalactites out first. Okay, let's see, what can we do? I've got lots more materials, which, hold up, need some more stones probably. Let's just make sure we've got a full stack of all of the things we need for adobe. And it's not spelled with an I. There we go, and let's just see, I probably want adobe white. We've got pillars and what have you that we can make. I'm wanting a fireplace with a sort of fairly modern feel here, I think. We've obviously got some square blocks left here. Okay, so we've got a few blocks there that hopefully we can use. And the other thing that I wanted to do, actually, I wanted to make some flagstone for the floor. Now, that's not where I keep my cobblestones, is it? I've got some here. And we should be able to make some flagstones. Are we still crafting in there? No, we're not. Flag, which isn't spelled like that. Flag. Flagstone block. So we're going to need a few of these. Let's just make 8 of them. That should be fine. Because we're going to need that before we do anything else for this area here. In front of the fire, since we can't make any kind of rug. There we go. That's probably going to look pretty good, actually. And I don't know, I don't want it to stick out too far, but yeah, at the same time, yeah, because we haven't got ever so much space here for our living area. In fact, I might have to move the kitchen back this way a block, but if I do that, I will do it sort of, yeah, I'll probably do that off camera, but I think that's probably what we're going to have to do there, because it's a little bit tight otherwise, to say the least. So we've got 2 blocks like that. Can we place a campfire pretty much anywhere? We don't have to snap it to a block, so we should be all right to do that. And then turn that around and perhaps do that. And then we probably want that. And now that's going to be too wide, actually. So maybe we're better off just putting... Maybe we're better off just putting these corners straight on there. Or maybe that would look a bit weird. I'm not sure, really. Yeah, maybe that looks better, actually. Yeah, it's flush to the wall, even though it doesn't necessarily look like it's massively flush to the wall. Yeah, that's different. Now, the other thing that I want to do, because obviously that doesn't have any kind of chimney kind of going up, but I suppose that's okay. I suppose we don't really need it to. Oops. Hello. And then the other thing I've done here is I've put some glass in there. So let's just see if we can make some business glass. And do we need something else in there as well? We need lead also. So I'm going to have to put some lead through that. We've got 1001, which is really inconvenient. I have no idea how much we're going to need in there. So let's just put the 1000 in. There we go. And I don't know how many we're going to need for our glass panes. I just quite like to have a couple of glass panes like this, but not the centered ones. Can we make two? We can make two. Let's do that. There we go. And then, of course, we're going to need a fire. Now, I want to make sure, first and foremost, that I can actually place the fire. But what I want to do with these... Oh, bloomin' heck. Can we not, like, make the glass a little bit more sort of visible? Because I really have no idea where that is. I cannot see it at all. I mean, look at that. It's completely invisible. I can't see a flipping thing. So, what we're going to do, we're going to place the fire first. Now that is going to snap, isn't it, to one or the other, which is really annoying because I want it to be central. Do we have to put two fireplaces in there? That's kind of annoying if we do, but maybe that's what we have to do because it's going to look a bit weird if we don't. Heck, whatever. We'll just put two of them in there, it's fine, I don't care. Okay, now, we're not going to be able to place the glass. I have no idea which way around this is. No, I'm seeing absolutely nothing there. Wow, that's actually where I wanted it. That is nothing short of a miracle. Okay, so if that is there, then is that right? No, it's not, because that means I'm not going to be able to put a fire there, doesn't it? Oh, blast it. Okay, hopefully I've gathered up the glass. So I'm going to have to put that back into here. Yay, that's the right place. Okay, so that looks slightly bizarre. I'm not sure I like it, and I might have to think of a more cunning plan. Oh, supply drop. But I'm not quite sure how to do that really, because it's not going to be central no matter what I do. So it's a bit strange, but I don't know. Maybe I'll have to rethink that. But anyway, I would like to have a fireplace. Maybe I won't put it there. Maybe I'll put it kind of here, because I have a feeling that we have an odd number of squares here. Even if we pushed it back to here, what would it have? We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, right. So actually, what we should probably do is, yeah, we should probably have our pillar kind of here. Like so. And yeah, and then we'll have, instead of pavers there, we'll have more wood, because I think that's what we kind of need there, although I have not got enough wood at the moment to do that. And we're also going to need a new pickaxe, because this one's just about done for. There, and I'm going to need to go on a chrysanth hunt because we've run out of redwood now, which is a shame, because we're going to have to sort of redo this as well. I do think it's going to be a better idea to place our fireplace in this corner, on this wall here, maybe, or possibly on this one here. Yeah, I think I prefer it sort of, yeah, nearer to the, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that one, I think, because this is going to be our kitchen. We're going to have a little sort of eating area here, maybe, with a table. And then we're going to have, here is going to be our sort of seating area, so we're going to have a leather couch and all the rest of it. But I think possibly the fireplace here-ish. That's a little bit on the large side, but sort of there, kind of like that. And then that's going to be sort of central, and then we can have our sofa here, which means, I don't know, really we probably don't want the entrance to the kitchen to be here. We probably want our units to go, we're going to have stairs here, so we should probably have the entrance to the kitchen there, and we should probably have our units kind of there, and then around here as well, like that. Or possibly an entrance on either side, I don't know. I'm just going to have to play it by ear a little bit. But yes, I think the fireplace there is probably going to be a better idea. So this one just looks a bit weird, and I do like my symmetry, so I think we're going to have to get a shot of these. They're cheap to make anyway. We've got tons of adobe as well. And that pickaxe is done for, so let's scrap it down. I can make better ones now anyway. Through the magic of editing, it's actually a day or so later, and I've made the necessary changes here. I've filled in the floor. I've kind of shifted the redwood back in this direction slightly, so our kitchen's slightly shorter, but I think it'll still be a perfectly serviceable space. At least I hope so. And then there is our fireplace. We cannot put glass on an angle, and we don't have any sort of glass ramps or anything like that to finish that off, unfortunately, because I would quite have liked to have some glass going there, but as it is, I think it looks quite nice, so that's pretty good. And now I think the only thing that sort of remains to do in this episode is for it to sort this corner out. Oops, this actually wants to be removed now because that's not going to be that deep. So yeah, I think what remains to do now really is I just can't put my stairs in there yet, and I can't put the upstairs floor in yet because I haven't got enough redwood blocks. I haven't got any chrysanthemums left to make those out of, so I have to keep hunting for that on off camera. But for now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves a pillar for here. So we're going to make ourselves adobe pillar. And I think we're going to go for the small one, or should we go for the large one? Difficult to choose, actually, because we're probably going to have a corner cupboard underneath. So actually, let's do that first. We've got some wood in here already, so let's just try that. We need a cabinet. We'll need cobblestone for that also. Well, I've got some cobblestone somewhere around here, not in there. Here. Okay, so we'll make a cabinet. We're going to have to make a cabinet top first, I think. And then we're going to be able to make a cabinet. They're fairly cheap to make. It's not like it's any big deal. And then we're going to need an adobe pillar. And we're going to want them to be white, I think. And we're probably going to want the smaller ones. So we'll make a couple of those for the time being. And again, this is kind of experimental, so we'll have to see if it looks right. So we've got this as a cabinet. Now, we can't actually make cabinet fillers, I don't think, which is why I wasn't quite sure what I was going to put there. Because I wasn't sure if that was going to look right. Come on, give me the pillars. Then we want to do that. Like that, and then we're going to have our cabinets sort of extending out from there across here and then across in that direction as well. I think that's going to look alright actually, and then we're going to need, yeah, that's going to be the floor above, so that's as much pillar as we're going to need right there. But for symmetry, I might put one on the other side. I'm not sure. I'm going to wait and see actually, because yeah, I think we probably only just need the one there, and then that will be absolutely fine. And then, as I say, in my sort of off camera, I'm going to have to basically find us the resources we need to make more redwood, because that's what's needed now. I'm going to have to dig out the rest of the ceiling, which is going to take some doing. And then yeah, I'll sort of furnish this place, but as I say, I will make sure to let you guys know and show you around once this place is finished, and hopefully it will look the way I want it to. It's kind of promising so far. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. As ever, if you have, you know what to do. Hit the like button. Got any suggestions for me for creative building, then do let me know about that as well. Always like to see and hear how other people do stuff. Things that never necessarily occur to me, because I do like to get creative in this game. And I do hope you'll join me for the next episode, when we're going to be going outside of the base again, but I haven't quite decided what we're going to be doing yet. Got literally a bucket list of things I want to do before Alpha 14 kicks the bucket and we're on to Alpha 15. So, until the next episode, guys, keep gaming, keep surviving, stay happy. Bye bye for now.